Children of Heaven is one of the best movies from Iran. It was even nominated for an Oscar. If you've been struggling with a lot of frustration in your personal life, or if your list of unfulfilled desires is quite long, then watch today's video. Your frustration will lessen, even if just a little. So, let's dive into the main story of the movie. A little boy named Ali brings a torn shoe to the cobbler for repair. This shoe belongs to his younger sister and has already been stitched many times before. The story revolves around this very pair of shoes. Ali pays the cobbler what he owes and leaves with the shoes. He also buys some bread for home. Afterward, he places his sister's repaired shoes outside a grocery store and goes inside the shop. As he picks the bigger potatoes, the shopkeeper tells him, "Those big ones aren't for you. The ones on the ground are for you." Hearing this, Ali puts the bigger potatoes back and starts picking the ones from the ground. Meanwhile, a garbage collector arrives in front of the store, and mistaking Ali's sister's shoes for trash, he puts them into his garbage bag. When Ali hands the bag of potatoes to the shopkeeper asks him for money. Ali responds, "Please write it down in the ledger, my mom will pay later." The shopkeeper, slightly irritated, says, "Tell your mom there's no more room left in the ledger. She needs to pay the outstanding balance as soon as possible." Feeling sad, Ali steps outside the store and realizes that his sister's shoes are no longer there. He starts looking for them, and in the process, the vegetables fall to the ground. The shopkeeper rushes over, scolding him harshly, saying, "What have you done?" Frightened, Ali runs home. Upon entering the house, he sees that his little sister, Zahra, is waiting for him. When Ali arrives, Zahra asks, "Brother, did you get my shoes stitched properly?" Ali avoids answering her directly and instead says, "Take these potatoes to the kitchen." Zahra asks Ali again, "Brother, where is my shoes?" With a tearful voice, Ali responds, "I got your shoes stitched. I left them outside the store when I went in to buy potatoes. But when I came out, your shoes were gone." Zahra, with crying voice, says to her brother, "What are you saying? That was my only pair of shoes. What will I wear to school tomorrow? I don't have any other shoes, and even our father can't afford to buy me a new pair." Ali then tells her, "Don't cry. I'll find your shoes, but please don't tell mom about this." With that, Ali leaves the house. As he heads out, his friends tell him, "Ali, we have a game with the other neighborhood." But Ali doesn't respond and goes back to the store, searching for his sister's shoes again. The shopkeeper, upon seeing him, starts scolding him once again and chases him away. Feeling down, Ali walks home. On his way, a man gives him some sugar candy and says, "Give this to your father and tell him there's an event coming up in a few days. He should grind these well." In the next scene, we see Ali's father grinding the sugar candy. At that moment, Ali's mother tells his father, "The landlord came by again today. He treated us very badly over the rent." Ali's father responds, "Why did you argue with that awful man? I will pay him all his money." After that, Ali's father begins scolding Ali, saying, "Where were you all day? Your mother is very sick, and instead of helping her, you're out wandering around all day. Poor kids like you shouldn't be roaming around so much." Ali sits quietly, listening to his father's reprimands. Meanwhile, little Zahra goes outside to bring in the laundry. As she returns with the clothes, she gazes at the shoes by the door, thinking about how her brother still hasn't found her shoes, and wondering how she'll go to school tomorrow. When Zahra enters the room, her mother asks her to make tea for her father. Dutifully, Zahra prepares tea and serves it to her father. He drinks it and praises her, saying, "Zahra, the tea you make is the best." Then her father asks, "Didn't you put any sugar in the tea?" Zahra replies, "Dad, we haven't had sugar at home for a long time. But you have plenty of sugar here. If you give us a little from this stash, we could all enjoy tea." Her father gently explains, "This sugar belongs to the mosque. They trusted us with it, and we must never betray that trust." The lesson this poor father is teaching his daughter is something that even many wealthy families might not be able to impart to their children. What are your thoughts on this? Be sure to share in the comments. Anyway, Zahra then communicates with her brother about the shoe situation by writing in a notebook. She writes, "Brother, what will I wear to school tomorrow?" Ali writes back, "Wear my shoes to school tomorrow." Zahra responds, "But I'll tell everything to Dad." Ali writes, "Please, don't tell Dad anything. He doesn't have any money." Zahra writes, "If I wear your shoes to school, what will you wear?" Ali replies, "After you come back from school, I'll wear the shoes to my school." To sweeten the deal, Ali gives Zahra a pencil as a bribe. The next morning, Zahra puts on Ali's shoes, but they are too loose for her feet. Still, she wears them and heads to school, feeling embarrassed because the shoes are very old and worn out. She looks at the other kids' shoes, feeling self-conscious. Today is their sports day, and while everyone is jumping and playing, Zahra silently thinks to herself, only God knows what's in store for me today. Suddenly, one of the girls falls while jumping, and the teacher tells them all, from tomorrow, everyone should wear sneakers so it'll be easier to jump. Hearing this, Zahra feels a little happy because Ali's shoes are sneakers. Meanwhile, Ali anxiously waited for his sister, as he was getting late for school. After school, Zahra ran home as fast as she could, and they quickly swapped shoes on the street. Ali put on the shoes and ran straight to school. However, his teacher noticed that Ali had arrived very late. When Ali comes home from school, Zahra asks him, "Brother, did you manage to reach school on time?" Ali replies, "No, I was a bit late. From tomorrow, try to come home a little earlier from school." Zahra responds, "I came back as soon as school ended. I didn't waste even a second. It's impossible for me to come any earlier." Ali asks, "You didn't tell mom anything about this, did you?" Zahra reassures him, "No, I didn't say anything." Zahra then says, "These shoes are for boys, and they're so old and dirty. I feel really embarrassed wearing them to school. Let's clean them." The two siblings then begin cleaning the shoes very carefully. The way they worked on the shoes, it seemed as if those worn-out shoes were worth a fortune to them. After washing them, Ali puts the shoes out in the sun to dry. In the next scene, the whole family is sitting down to eat together. Ali's father tells his mother, "Ali and Zahra worked very hard today. Give them a little extra food." At that moment, a shoe commercial plays on the television, and Zahra's eyes drift toward it. Later that night, it starts raining heavily. Zahra tells Ali, "Brother, our shoes are still outside." Ali quickly runs out and brings the shoes back inside. The next day, on her way to school, Zahra stops outside a shoe store, admiring the beautiful shoes displayed in the window. After a moment, she continues to school. That day, Zahra had an exam at school, but she kept looking at the clock, worried about the time since Ali's school would be starting soon. Zahra finishes her exam quickly, even before the time was up, and leaves in a rush. She starts running as fast as she can, but while running, one of her shoes slips off and falls into a drain. Zahra desperately tries to retrieve the shoe, but she can't reach it and begins to cry. Just then, a passerby notices her distress and helps her by pulling the shoe out of the drain. Zahra, feeling downhearted, returns to her brother. She takes off the shoes and stands silently to the side. Ali asks, "Why were you so late today?" Zahra begins to cry and says, "I'm not going to school anymore in these awful shoes. I feel terrible. Everyone laughs at me. I'm going to tell our dad today to buy me new shoes." Ali warns her, "Don't you dare tell Dad. He doesn't have any money right now. If you ask for new shoes, he'll borrow money to buy them." After that, Ali rushes off to school. When he arrives, his teacher asks, "Why are you so late today?" Ali replies, "Sir, my house is far away, so it took time to get here." The teacher then notices Ali's shoes, and asks him, "Why are your shoes wet?" Ali responds, "I fell into a drain." The teacher, unconvinced, asks him, "Then why aren't your clothes wet?" He then pulls a dry sock out of Ali's pocket and says, "Only your shoes are wet, but your socks aren't?" Anyway, the teacher tells Ali to go to class. Today is the day the school results are announced, and Ali has done very well. On his way home, he gives his sister Zahra a pen and says, "Today, the results were announced, and I scored really well. My teacher gave me this pen as a gift, so I'm giving it to you." The next day, when Zahra goes to school, she notices the other children's shoes during physical education class and feels upset about her own worn-out ones. Suddenly, she spots her lost shoes on another girl's feet. As the other girls leave, Zahra follows the girl silently but says nothing. After school, Zahra continues to follow her until she reaches the girl's house. Meanwhile, Ali is again late for school, and this time the principal doesn't allow him into class. He is sent out of school. Just then, Ali's class teacher arrives and pleads with the principal, saying that Ali is a very good student and performs well in his studies. The principal finally forgives him and allows Ali back into class. After school, Ali and Zahra go to the house of the girl Zahra had followed, who was wearing her lost shoes. When they arrive, they see that the girl's father is blind. Quietly, they decide not to say anything and return home, realizing that the girl probably needs the shoes more than they do. That night, there is an event at the mosque in their neighborhood, and Ali helps his father with the preparations. One of his father's friends tells his father, "From tomorrow, I'm quitting my job as a gardener in the city. If you want, you can take my tools and go to the city to work." Ali's father accepts the tools, and after returning home, he tells his wife, "Tomorrow, I'm going to the city. If I can find some gardening work there, then some money may be earned." The next day, Ali's father sets off for the city on a bicycle, taking Ali with him. They go door to door, ringing doorbells, asking if anyone needs a gardener to clean their garden. But everyone turns them away. Exhausted, they sit by the roadside. Ali then goes outside of a house for drink some water. As he approaches, he hears a child's voice over the speaker asking, "What do you need?" Ali politely explains, "We are gardeners, and we clean gardens." The little girl replies, "My grandfather takes care of those matters, but he's sleeping right now." Disheartened, Ali and his tired father start heading back. Just then, the little girl and her grandfather call them back, offering them the gardening job. Finally, they get the job. Ali's father does a beautiful job cleaning the garden, while Ali plays with the little girl. After finishing the work, Ali's father receives a generous amount of money. Both father and son are overjoyed as they begin their journey home, thinking about how they can use the money. But, as often happens with the poor, misfortune strikes. Their bicycle's brakes fail, leading to an accident. They are injured, and all the money they earn has to be spent on their medical treatment. The next day, when Zahra is returning home from school, she accidentally drops the pen her brother gave her from her bag. The girl who had worn Zahra's old shoes finds the pen. She calls out to Zahra loudly from behind, but Zahra doesn't hear her. Meanwhile, Ali's school organizes a running competition. However, it's announced that participants must wear good shoes to take part, which Ali doesn't have. As a result, he cannot participate in the race. The following day, after Zahra goes to school, the girl returns to give Zahra her pen. Zahra notices that the girl is wearing a new pair of shoes. Curious, Zahra asks her, "What happened to your old shoes?" The girl replies, "My old shoes got very worn out and torn, so I threw them away. My dad bought me these new shoes." Zahra stands there speechless, staring at the girl's face. She starts thinking that those old shoes used to belong to her, and this girl will never understand the struggles that she and her brother are facing for a new pair of shoes. On the next day, when Ali goes to school, he sees on the notice board that the winner of the running competition will receive a month off and plenty of sports equipment. However, Ali's eyes are drawn to the prize for third place, which states that the third place winner will receive a week off and a new pair of shoes. Ali immediately runs to their sports teacher and pleads, "Sir, please let me participate in this competition. I can run really well." However, the teacher refuses. Ali starts to cry and says, "Sir, I really need that third prize. My little sister desperately needs a pair of shoes." Seeing Ali in tears softens the teacher's heart a bit. The teacher replies, "Before the competition, I'll test you to see how well you can run." Ali shows the teacher his running skills, and the teacher is impressed. Ali always runs to school, which has improved his running ability. Happily, Ali returns home and tells his little sister, "You know, if I can come in third in the school race, I'll be able to get you a nice pair of shoes." Zahra asks, "Why don't you want to come in first?" Ali responds, "If I come in first, I won't get shoes. I really need this pair for you." The next day, the race competition begins. Many children from various schools come to participate. The race starts, and Ali falls behind at first. Then he remembers that he promised his sister he would bring home shoes for her. Thinking about this, Ali starts running with all his might. He gradually leaves everyone behind and moves forward. When the race ends, the teachers catch Ali. He asks the teacher, "Sir, did I come in third in this competition?" The teacher happily replies, "No, you came in first." But upon hearing this, Ali does not feel happy at all. His heart sinks, and tears fill his eyes during the prize distribution. He realizes he hasn't come in third, so he won't be able to bring shoes home for his sister. With a heavy heart, Ali returns home, his feet covered in blisters. He removes his worn-out shoes and soaks his feet in water, reflecting on the lost opportunity of getting a new pair of shoes. And thus, the story concludes with Ali's longing for the shoes he couldn't get for Zahra. So friends, many of you may have a long list of disappointments and unfulfilled desires. Take a moment to think about it. You are watching this video of mine through the internet, which means I can safely assume that you are able to have 3 meals a day without worry. But at the same time, there are many people in this world who are struggling daily for a handful of food. When those hungry individuals go to sleep without having eaten, you or I might be feeling unfortunate, because we can't afford an expensive phone or a fancy bike. If we shift our focus from those who have more than us and instead look at those who have less, you'll find that our list of disappointments becomes almost empty. So, that's it for today. Please share your thoughts on this explanation in the comments. If you liked it even a little, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Take care everyone, and goodbye for today.